Jay.
You'll find out. How much
Yay.
You done? Ready?
Very good way of looking at it.
The fire actually.
Right back this way, ladies and gentlemen. Too far forward that way, and your ears become, how do I say, at risk. I'll give everybody about 15 seconds to make their way forward, and then we shall begin. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it is time we've begun. So everybody, welcome to our mortar firing demonstration. The piece that we are going to be firing for you today is that over there. It is a 4.5-inch bronze cohorn mortar. Now, for those of you expecting a cannon firing, I am afraid I must disappoint you, because cannons and mortars are two completely different animals. Cannons are the more straightforward type of artillery, and I mean that in the most literal sense of the word, because cannons only ever shoot straight forward, straight through buildings, straight through ships, straight through people just like you. So sorry, you're my random pick for the day. No personal offense meant. But take a look at that device over there. You'll notice that its barrel is turned upwards. Does this look like a good weapon for shooting straight through things?
No.
No. So what is it used for?
To make the cannon go in an arch.
Well, to make something go in an arc over enemy fortifications. This is essentially a gunpowder-powered catapult. It is a siege weapon used to attack people who are behind a fortification, usually. But the thing that we are throwing over your fortifications are not solid iron cannonballs. There's something a bit more like this. Now, I am about to ask you for the name of this device. You will get points if you answer correct, but you will get bonus points if you can tell me its name exactly as it appears in 18th century artillery manuals. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is this? Not quite.
I like that answer, though.
Yeah, it's a cool answer.
Bomberman.
A what?
Grape shot?
You guys are gonna smack yourselves when I tell you. This, ladies and gentlemen, and its formal name in the manuals, is a bomb. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 18th century bomb. It is a hollow iron shell filled with gunpowder and stopped with a beechwood fuse, the core of which is filled with chemicals that allow the fuse to burn slowly in seconds of burn time. So these are essentially timed bombs. You are going to throw these up and over your enemy's walls, and they should explode at chest level with targets on the other side. Now, chest level, that means that the blast is going up, so you can't jump over it. The blast is going down, so you can't just hit the dirt to avoid it, and it's going out 10 feet in every direction, so you cannot outrun it. So imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that you are behind the walls of a fort. Shouldn't be hard to do. Now imagine that the bombs are falling from the sky all throughout the parade ground. Where do you guys go in Fort Niagara to avoid the bomb blasts?
Little.
Remember when I said this will hit you in the back if you lay down? Good save there, Chief.
You don't.
Where the bombs are flying over, so they'll hit you in the back when you're up against the wall. Nice save there, Chief.
You go inside.
What was that?
You go inside.
You go inside! Look at these buildings, ladies and gentlemen. They have walls that are 2 feet thick and made out of solid stone. This is not getting through that. So you will be 100% safe when you go inside the buildings to take cover. Now you're safe, but what can you not do to the guys throwing bombs at you when you are inside the building?
Return fire.
Return fire. You can't shoot back at them. So our goal with a mortar bomb is not to blow you up, per se. It is to make you think you are going to get blown up if you remain outside to fight us. That way we scare you inside and out of our way while we move our infantry, our ladders, our bigger guns closer and closer and closer to your fort without you being able to do anything about it. Fear is the name of the game here. And speaking of fear, take a look at the crew. I'm going to assume by the chuckling that means that this is not exactly what you would want to see happening on a gun crew of such importance, yeah? You can be honest with me.
Yeah.
And if we were talking about an ordinary cannon crew, ladies and gentlemen, you would be absolutely right. On an ordinary cannon crew, you need at least 6 people, fully dressed, with their implements in hand, ready to make that gun fire once every 30 seconds. You are on a timetable. But here, things work a little differently. You only really need 3 people to fire a mortar, and you're not on a timetable. You fire whenever you feel like it. What is the advantage of firing whenever you feel like it?
Unexpected advantage.
Unexpected advantage. The element of surprise. If we don't know when and to where we're firing the next bomb, how is the enemy supposed to guess when and to where we are firing the next bomb? Thus, it creates more confusion and more terror. So if you look outside your fort walls and you see this, be afraid. Be very afraid. Now, one last thing I will mention, bombing coming, monsieur, is the range of this particular weapon. It has an 800-yard up and down arc, which puts the shore of Canada just within our reach. So, let's give them something to wake up to and give you guys a good show, huh? I'm loving the enthusiasm. Just so you know, we're going to do it anyways. Party boat full of people ordered for take care. Confused to 3 seconds. So, what we've just done is we've selected a target, and once my gunner on the box was ready, I gave him an estimate of 3 seconds of burn time. That is the amount of time I think it will take the bomb to fly out of the barrel and explode at mid-level with the party boat. So Bob is taking this small saw and he's going to cut down the fuse to the proper length and insert that into the bomb. We will have our projectile ready to go. Now let's get the gun ready. Swab a piece. Will's just going to make sure there's no leftover burning bits or embers inside the barrel. Okay, hear that? He's giving me the signal that it's all clear. So now we can handle charge. Advanced charge. Load charge. Ram down charge. Everything we've just done is about loading the bag of gunpowder first. It must be loaded in a specific way. As you can see, gingerly placed in the inside of the barrel. Yeah, thank you, that was a joke. It must be thoroughly rammed down to a cup-shaped compartment at the back of the barrel, designed to hold the right amount of powder and make room for the bomb. Speaking of which, handle bomb. Advance bomb. Load bomb. The bomb is loaded with the fuse pointing outward. We do this for a very specific reason, because when we fire the mortar like this, the blast going off from the powder will wrap around the iron shell and light the fuse for us as it flies towards our target. If we tilted the fuse inward, we'd simply shoot through the fuse and blow ourselves up. So, this is both safer and more effective. Prime. Now Will is going to take a long brass needle. He's going to insert that into the vent of the barrel. That's that hole at the back of the gun. This will puncture the charge of gunpowder that is residing in that little cup-shaped compartment, opening it up to a fuse. Now the fuse we're going to be using today is a quill. Think of it as a straw full of gunpowder. Back in the day, it could be a literal goose quill, it could be a straw of paper, or it could be a tin straw with gunpowder in it. Either which way, we will be touching fire to it with an implement that you will see shortly. Like the Olympic torchbearer, here comes Bill with the linstock. Now this particular device over here is a cotton cord soaked in potassium nitrate and vinegar, so it burns slowly and intensely like a lit cigarette. It's on the end of a long stick so that Bill can stand his distance from the mortar while firing it off. That way he doesn't set himself on fire with the blowback or blow his ears out. Speaking of which, you see how Will's hand is now up in the air at the gun? That means that the weapon is now ready to be fired, so everybody please take your hands, put them against your head as follows, and prepare for the best. Mortar crew, make ready. Fire!